Gentlemen and female gentlemen, welcome back to another video. I can't believe this MrBeast stuff is still happening, and more stuff keeps coming out about the guy. This is insane. It's dragging out longer than my dramas. Although, to be fair, there's a lot more stuff that happens than in my dramas. My dramas is usually one thing, and then people just attack me for that one thing for a long time, even after I address said thing. But anyway, Ty Orr dropped a video. I also worked for MrBeast. He's a thief. This is crazy. Another MrBeast ex-employee has hit the towers. Mr. President, another ex-employee has hit the towers. God damn it. All right, let's see what this is all about. Apparently, this guy got robbed by MrBeast, question mark? All right, let's see what this is all about.
Everything I'm about to say.
You know me, I do the f***ing deep dive. I am the chaotic watcher on the wall. I sit back and I just watch from the sneako cuck chair laughing at the world. All right, let's see what we got.
Is 100% true, and if at any point I say anything that may be controversial, suspect, or too good to be true, and I don't have the evidence to back it up, then call me a liar, but I guarantee you that won't happen. Ever since I was a
Based evidence. All right, sure. Okay, all right, okay, all right.
kiddo,
I will do that, by the way. He is asking me to call about if I see something without evidence, so, okay.
Always wanted to be famous, and it wasn't until in 2018 of November that I knew that I wanted to be a YouTuber. Sadly, it took me 4 years to realize that I actually suck. I'm really bad. I'm super cringe.
It took me 4 years to realize I suck. Oh, this is so sad. See, but the thing is, you gotta embrace the suck. Look at me. I am inherently cringe and biologically annoying. Okay? You embrace that shit and make it your power.
And don't worry, because I am aware of this. But I know one thing, and that one thing is I'm good at editing, and I'm great at creating ideas for others. I was meant to be off camera rather than on, and I'm okay with that.
I respect that. You know your strength. You utilize it to the greatest extent. All right, all right. You need the off-camera people of the world. Those guys are awesome.
What I'm not okay with is being taken advantage of. I was lied to, manipulated, and thrown away like a piece of garbage. Honestly, though.
Another MrBeast fucking allegation is hitting the tower as we speak. God damn it, I can't believe this. How does he have so many ex-employees doing this crap? This is crazy.
Sometimes I kind of think that this was pretty genius. Like, how could a person so high in status be challenged by a person like me? It's like me going to Elon Musk and saying, well, he did this and he did that, and no one would ever believe me because I'm literally just a nobody. So I have Chris Tyson to thank for allowing me to have this platform to tell my truth.
Did he just thank Chris Tyson? Wait. Wait, huh? Wait, what? Wait, is it because Chris Tyson started the whole cancel train for MrBeast? That's why this dude is able to make this video? Oh, God.
February 2nd, 2024, I went snowboarding like I normally do, and I got an email in which I thought was a scam. I mean, for real, look at this. Even you would think the same thing if you got a random email saying, MrBeast follow-up, when you didn't even remember reaching out in the first place. Whether that's true or not, I certainly don't remember reaching out to him.
I don't know why this is relevant. Bro, stick to the brass tacks here. All right. I appreciate the yapping, but let's keep the yapping to minimal, the receipts to maximal, please.
My line of work, I work for big name YouTubers,
I'm one to talk.
Mostly in the sports niche, but it has its range. I've done videos for House of Highlights, Game Day, Zach TTG, Jesser, Papa Stanimus, Not So Air Jordan, and then I currently edit for MMG.
I don't know what. Okay, all right, okay.
To mention, I did do the 2022 NFL playoff commercials, so it's pretty normal to have.
He did the commercials for the NFL? God damn.
People.
Did he say niche? Yeah, he said niche instead of niche. It's you know.
Reach out to me because they've seen my work from other creators and all the other work that I've done for them. So when I got this email, I decided to give it a chance. I responded in the email and then I proceeded to post a Facebook post because I was so happy.
So I got a job offer from MrBeast today. Video call on Monday. Wish your boy luck. Oh, no, you never do this. You never do this until it's confirmed. If someone's considering it, you never go out there in public and tell everybody that, hey, it might happen. It might be a thing. Although I guess in his defense, it was really good he did it because now he actually has some sort of paper trail. But dude, the early celebration is it just ain't it, bro.
Everything is dated, and to make sure this information
It's good as hell he ended up doing it in retrospect for this paper trail, but goddamn.
is credible. It helps it set well with you. Pay attention to these days. It's not premeditated, and I obviously had no idea Chris Tyson would be such a perv, so there's no way I would make these posts in advance of like some kind of trick. I also have decided to log into my actual Facebook and show my actual email rather than screenshots, so you know that it's not photoshopped. So on February...
Okay, all right. He's got the receipts. He did, in fact, make the Facebook post where he got a job offer for MrBeast. Dude, this Tyrone guy is awesome. He worked for all these people. I get why people would want to snipe him.
Second, I posted, so I got a job offer from MrBeast today. Video call on Monday. Wish your boy luck. Now, let's go into the comments because I want you guys to be definitively sure that I didn't just make this post. 26 weeks ago, all this is 26 weeks ago, and it would take a whole bunch of time to just make up all these fake people, and then to go in their profile and see that they're friends with the same people I'm friends with, having what 62 mutual friends. And going, you know, it's a little bit.
All right, we got it. It's real. You really made it. Okay, but like, I don't know why he's feeling like the need to prove this as legit so much. Brother, you posted on Facebook, I got a job offer from MrBeast video call on Monday. No one would blame you for faking that.
Too much here, right? So none of these are faked at all. This is my actual Facebook page. So that's the post I made on February 2nd. Now, I will go to my email, but for now, I really do want to show you the post on Facebook so I don't have to keep going back and forth. So in a nutshell, before we get into all the details, MrBeast gave me a fake job, flew me out there to work. I worked my butt off, took all my ideas, sent me home and told me there wasn't a job available.
That is a big accusation.
I worked my butt off, took all my ideas, sent me...
Offered a fake job, put me to work, worked me until midnight, took my ideas, sent me home. All right, okay. He had proof for his original Facebook post. I assume he'll have proof for this.
Home and told me there wasn't a job available, and then proceeded to not only do that, but then to take my ideas still and then make a video. So that's what we're going to be covering here. I mean, we're talking about a billionaire here. If you know who MrBeast is, you know exactly what we're talking about. And
yeah, we do. He's not a billionaire, but he is pretty rich and stuff. Yeah, when Blood started off the video saying I was meant to be an off-camera guy, I was not meant to be the star of videos, I was meant to be the behind-the-scenes guy, Blood wasn't lying.
And I
feel like you should have condensed this video a lot more.
Hang up my editing tool set, whatever you want to call it, dude.
Did he hang up his editing tool set?
All that stuff. I'm not even going to be editing for the guy. I'm going to be using my mata. I'm going to be making ideas for him to make videos.
Wait, this is what he posted months ago?
I swear to God, that's what my job is. It's not editing. And that's what I got from our meetings was, you know, MrBeast, Jimmy, he passes me a piece of paper that says, I blew up the world's most expensive tanks or something. And he gives me a thumbnail that has a picture of him blowing up a tank. And it's my job to make a video out of that. So that was February.
All right, ideation. It's a real field, okay? There's a lot of YouTubers do exactly this. You know, especially MrBeast type YouTubers that have like 1 billion extra challenges in each video to keep the retention and keep kids from watching shit. You need people to come up with ideas for the challenges and stuff throughout the video. So he's the storyboard idea writer for a MrBeast video. That's what he's saying.
February 8th. On February 13th is when I went to the airport. The post says, years of hard work has led me to this. My heart is pounding out of my chest.
Oh, fuck this dude. Oh, poor guy. Oh, fuck. Oh, this poor guy.
And as you can see, I'm flying to Raleigh, Durham, North Carolina. And after that, take a very
that is not a real place.
Quick look at what I posted afterwards. February 26th, nothing about MrBeast. April 19th, nothing about MrBeast. April 25th, May 3rd, May 9th, May 9th.
No!
Nothing about Mr.
Well, you know what he did post, though?
April 20th.
I feel bad for Drake. No! Certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Wop, 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 wop. No!
May 3rd, May 9th, May 19th, nothing about MrBeast. And do you know why I didn't post anything about MrBeast?
Is it because he flew you out, he stole your ideas, he sent you home without a job, and he lied to you about your job?
In that time is because something went horribly wrong, and I was way too embarrassed to tell people about it because I had made so much noise, such a fuss about me going to MrBeast company, and then I just got kind of screwed over. So I didn't post a single thing about that. Now, you guys are wondering, I want to see the proof. I want to see the correspondence. I want to see everything.
You showed nothing of the sort thus far. You showed you showed stuff that could be made up. Come on. All right, let's go.
Thing that happened between you guys. I want that information. Well,
yes.
I got it. So this is the first email I ever got from a guy named Dylan. I can't say his last name, so it will be blurred out for the rest of the video because I just don't want to give out his personal PI information.
Makes sense.
We're gonna keep it on a first name basis, and we're just gonna say Dylan. Dylan sent me an email, and it says in the subject.
I cannot see MrBeast anymore without reading it as Mr. Breast. Like I actually have a problem.
MrBeast follow-up. Hey, thanks for submitting your info to our casting team. We received your submission at this time. We're fully casted for our current videos. That's not what we want to pay attention to. What we want to pay attention to is the second paragraph. For our current videos. That's not what we want to pay attention to. What we want to pay attention to.
Oh, thank you for censoring the name. I'm gonna be censoring the name the entire video so that no one can actually see the name. I'm gonna be censoring it, guys. That's me. Don't give out any private info over here. Just gonna censor the name real quick.
Two is the second paragraph.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
Working at MrBeast, we are collaborative first, and I was forward your submission. Don't know how you got it, but let's keep going. If you're interested, I would love to chat about your potential full-time or contract role work on MrBeast creative team. February 2nd, 2024 that he sent me the email. It was February 3rd, 2024 that I responded to the email. I wanted to make sure after I made the post, I was like, oh crap, this actually might be a scam. Let me go back and do some research, and then
I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm only 5 minutes into the video. I assume that there's gonna be receipts later on. I am a little disappointed. I think it's a really easy time to clout chase and jump on the dog pile to attack MrBeast right now. So unless he actually has some sort of evidence that he was wronged, I am going to be very, very disappointed. All right.
The next day I was like, you know what, I feel good about this. I don't have to delete my post. So I was able to go ahead and reply to him confidently. Now this email here is my very first, I guess, direct exploration call, whatever. Basically me being able to meet them for the very first time, like I said on my Facebook, and like I said before in the email, Monday, February 5th, 2024. My second call was not only with Dylan, but now it has Dylan, Hoodie, and someone named Kara, which I have never met. I've never once met Kara, so you won't hear anything about Kara in this video. And this took place on Wednesday, February 7th, 2024 at 2:30 p.m. to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That was the second call.
I don't know what, none of this is relevant at all. I'm very confused here. I'm waiting to get to the meat and potatoes, but I really don't like people that dogpile for views. Listen, as someone that has been canceled over my time, a good couple of times over the course of my career, every time someone comes out with some sort of criticism about me, other people jump on the mound that have absolutely nothing to complain about at all, just because, oh, it's the perfect time to go for let's attack this Nux guy. Right? And I don't like that at all. At all. So, I'm just saying, until we have some real meat and potatoes, this ain't it.
Another email also on February 7th, 2024. This was directly right after the call I had with Hoodie, Dylan, and Kara. And within that conversation, they basically told me that I needed to make a prompt. And when I say prompt, let me just read the email. Hello, Ty. We would like for you to come in for a vibe check. Vibe check means you come in for a few days to see if you're good, see if you're a good worker, see, you know, people are not going to be annoyed by you, and see if they can move further on with the hiring process. If possible, we'd like for you to come in for 3 days at some point next week. I've got a recruiting coordinator, Leslie, CC'd on this email. She will help you figure out the days which you can make it and handle your travel.
So they're giving him a vibe check. They are checking if he is going to be proper to be working at Mr. Breast Incorporated. Makes sense. You don't hire someone just off the bat. You first fucking test them. You give them a shot. All right.
Arrangements. Now, this is the most important email of all. What they want me to do is to do 2 video prompts. Attached, you will find 2 video prompts. Pick one that inspires you the most and document and write out how you envision it. Really let your creativity flow and assume everything is possible. So in each of these prompts, one of them is the world's most dangerous trap room and the other is 24 hours to spend $1 billion. I went with the world's most dangerous trap room because spending $1 billion in 24 hours just seems kind of boring. And
okay, so he has to test out his idea generation abilities, right? That's what this guy has to do. He has to test out his idea generation abilities. How many good ideas could he come up with for a video like the world's most dangerous trap room? Okay, makes sense so far.
And quite frankly, linear. I think I have more creativeness than that. That's just not something I want to do. And then like we mentioned before, this is Leslie sending me an email. Thanks, Ty. Are you able to fly in on Tuesday, be on office Wednesday through Friday, and fly back out on Saturday morning? Of course, I said yes, and she gave me all my travel info. So now we're going to get into...
Okay, so they paid for the tickets too. It's not like he paid for the tickets and got screwed. All right, okay.
Like the more...
I'm just trying to understand the situation here. Right now, I'm getting clout chasey vibes, but it really depends on if he has receipts for later in this video. Like, if towards the end he actually has some sort of receipts.
Just deep in the details here. So like I said, if I don't show proof, don't assume that I'm telling the truth.
Don't you worry, brother. I won't.
If I don't show proof for everything that I'm saying, assume that I'm literally lying about everything that I'm saying, okay? So in that email, it did say, I realized that the footage was kind of cloudy when it comes to OBS and recording the screen, so I will put screenshots of those messages up there.
What do you mean it gets cloudy if you record it in OBS? I am doing my stream on OBS. It's not cloudy.
But I
record everything on OBS.
The email, it did say that I had those 2 prompts, and the 2 prompts was something about spending $1 billion in a day in 24 hours, and the other one was the world's most dangerous trap rooms.
All right.
So we're taking a look right here. I have the prompt, and it says the world's most dangerous trap room. And in my intro, I have PT hallway, I have the elevator, I have the Squid Games glass challenge, I have bloodthirst, and I have mole maze. And within these things in my prompt, I do have like variations. So first one, I can see the variations.
He's just showing him how he did his job. Yes, this is your job. They're testing you out to see if you can come up with good ideas. So he wrote out good ideas. Okay.
So right here, underneath elevator, I wrote one thing. The ultimate goal is to escape the elevator before it reaches the top floor and the bottom falls out beneath you. But I also have a second variation. Pick, lock, tool, groove, chain in the wall. Goal is the same except the elevator moves a little faster. Move the chain, object, lock, pick tool to unlock the locks on the roof and the elevator reaches the top.
I didn't understand that at all. Wait a second. Am I just insane? Pick, locking, tool, groove, chain in the wall. Goal is the same, except the elevator moves a little faster. Move the chain, object, lock, picking tool to unlock the locks on the roof before the elevator reaches the... that makes no sense. Well, I mean, these are cliff notes, but this is his presentation. It's supposed to be understandable. Like, he's giving it to people that are supposed to get it.
So, you ever play those games where there's like a little plastic thing and it has grooves all over? It's like a maze, and you gotta move that ball through it. Right. Well, essentially, that's what I did for this video, except you're chained to the thing and you gotta move the ball through the grooves.
I feel like that has definitely been done before. Like, 1,000,000% been done before. But also, not the point. Okay, so this was his pitch.
What's the key that has a key on it? So you can reach one lock. And there's locks on each 4 corners of the elevator. So when you get this lock, now you gotta go through the maze again. And
do you know why he's describing it in so much detail? Because it's incomprehensible from his thing. You know why he's explaining it so much with the grooves and the locks, with the dragging it around, with the hand motions? Because you can't understand it from the text that he gave. Okay, I'm gonna be fucking... people are gonna hate on me for this. I know it already. Because people just want me to hate on Mr. Breast or defend Mr. Breast. And now I'm doing neither. I think Mr. Breast has obviously done a horrible job with his management of everything. But bro, dude, this is not how I would make a pitch.
Now you gotta go and take this lock out and lock that so you can escape the elevator. If you don't, the whole thing just plummets to the ground. I thought that was a pretty dope idea, right? So I did that, but I also made 2 of them because I wanted to make a variation of it. So also here in Squid Games, that was another thing. I made a different variation of what was already done, and
Wait. So this challenge in Squid Game was that there are glass panels. Some of the panels break, and some of the panels don't break. All right, so challenge is simple. Only way to make this work is to have this challenge in sections 4, 4, 5, 5, 6, 6 with a solid platform in between. Each time, highlight the wrong glass floors. That makes no fucking sense. Mario style, floating obstacles course. Instead of using floating blocks, which is impossible. Right, because blocks don't float. We will use a floating rack hoisted by 4 cranes. Floating rack 200 feet in the air. Each section in the obstacle course will change depending on the distance made. I don't know. I feel like these aren't really great pitches. But regardless, okay, there is ideas that he pitched to them, okay?
In Squid Games, that was another thing. I made a different variation of what was already done. And
yes, maybe he wanted new ideas, not variations on Squid Games, which is literally a video he's already made and copied those ideas dozens of times in other videos.
I did that. That was part of my pitch. Now, will this keep going down because
What's this shark cage? Money will be secured in a cage, strapped with a mother load of food. It's being lowered by a crane.
And I did that. That was part of my pitch. Now, will this keep going down because I think it's somewhere around. Actually no, it's the Squid Games one right here. In the second variation of the Squid Games, I say Mario style. Floating obstacle course. Instead of using floating blocks, which is impossible, we will use floating rack hoisted by 4 cranes. Floating rack hoisted 200 feet in the air. Each section of the obstacle course will change depending on the distance made.
Isn't this like a lot of those American Ninja Warrior shit where they jump on platforms that are hoisted into the air? Like, isn't this a relatively common challenge? I could be mistaken, but it's not like this is some insane new thing that's never been done before. MXC. I don't know. All right, we'll see. Anyway, he didn't get to the receipts yet. He's just been kind of yapping so far. I handle all this very critically. I have no skin in this game. I am a chaotic beast, simply sitting on the sidelines, here to fucking make fun of idiots everywhere. But this is basic Ninja Warrior shit.
One platform to another to advance. Safety harness will be eliminated due to the net underneath the platform. Now, with that, so we have an idea that I wanted to do. So I want to talk a little bit more about my experience of being at the MrBeast warehouse. I've never once personally ever signed an NDA. In all my emails and all my correspondences and all my text messages, I have never once ever signed an NDA. But what I think what they're doing, there is an iPad as soon as you get to the warehouse, as soon as you walk in, and you have to sign in. And they ask you things like your first name, last name, email address, all that, phone number, and stuff like that. And I have a very, very, very high suspicion that when you sign your name in there and you sign in, I think you're also signing an NDA.
What? That's not how it works. That's not an NDA. An NDA is when you have a whole ass paper saying that this is a non-disclosure agreement. By signing this document, you are there hereby agreeing to not leak any confidential information from the company. Sign here. And then you sign under that. You don't it's not like you put in your birthday and email address after you buy clothes in Zara and they want to send you your receipt via email. It's not also a secret NDA. The good old report card trick. It's where I tell my parents to please sign something and my report card is secretly beneath it. Ah, yes. The old lawyer secret NDAs. Classic. A lot of people are unaware of this, but every time you subscribe to my channel, it's also a secret NDA. Alright, well, anyway, we'll see where this goes. Again, I'm sure he's gonna have receipts because otherwise this video has 2.3 million views right now, okay? It has 2.3 million views. Let me just check the like-dislike ratio on this. 8% dislikes. That's not crazy. That's still... All right. I'm sure he's still gonna have the receipts in there.
They don't come out and say it, but I wouldn't be surprised if it happened. That's just something that I think. I'm not saying it's true. I'm just saying I'm thinking because I don't want to get sued by them because I...
Listen, I am not saying it's true. that MrBeast beats his wife. I'm not saying that. In fact, I am saying don't believe me when I say that I think MrBeast probably beats his wife. Okay? Don't believe me when I say that. All right, that's how the right way to tackle topics. It's when you put a question mark at the end of a sentence, and suddenly it becomes okay.
I'm like I said earlier, I'm a nobody. Anyways,
can't spell MrBeast without Mr. Beat. Am I right?
Get to the warehouse and they have multiple different like studios. Studios as in workshops where you work at, creative, thumbnail, editing, ideation, all these things, right?
Yes.
So they take me to, for legal purposes, I will say, for legal reasons, I will say Studio 1.
Legal reasons? You're allowed to say what building you were in.
Studio 1 of creative. I go to Studio 1.
I'm sorry, I'm gonna get fucking flamed for this. I know, everyone's gonna want me to jump on the MrBeast hate train, but unless I see receipts, I'm not gonna fucking do it. I'm sorry. I'm sorry!
You know, whatever.
I already made 10 videos hating on MrBeast for various shit that he's done, okay? Alright?
It's all right. We're working on the video. We're doing the, in 10 minutes, like actual 10 minutes. In 10 minutes, this video explodes. And this building explodes. I worked on that for a little bit. Wasn't really feeling it. Wasn't really my jam. We went out. I will post.
Oh, no. I feel, there's something inside of me. It's, integrity? Is that you? It's been so long. I haven't seen you. I guess I've become controlled opposition right now.
Little video up here of me working on like a little laser challenge for that. It wasn't really my jam. Wasn't really that good at all either. Anyway, just
the video is shit.
If I'm being honest. So I went to the next one. And by the way, I'm sorry, I'm skipping all over the place. This was actually the second day of me being there because the first day I spent my entire day in my hotel, which was boring. But for whatever reasons,
Hey Ty, Hoodie got pulled into some super important meetings, so he won't be able to sit with you tonight. You're good to go to your hotel and relax for tomorrow. Okay.
I couldn't go in the first day, so I spent the first day in my hotel. The second day is when I would start, going to these workshops.
Yeah, that's a bit cringe, flying someone in. I'm not gonna lie, that one is cringe. Cringe on the MrBeast side. You don't fly someone in and then just give them nothing to do for the first day that they're there, okay? That's cringe.
On the third day, I was told to go to a different studio. We'll say Studio 2, and I'm working on a video, and the video is, what was the video's name? It was another one that had nothing to do with anything. Anyways, I go through the whole day, or well, I say a good portion of the day, about 5 hours. So around like 2:00 p.m., there's a guy named Hoodie. Hoodie, it was also in one of the emails earlier. And he's like, and when it comes to chain of command, I think he's third in chain of command total. So you have MrBeast, you have Tyler, you have Jackson the head writer, and then you have Hoodie. And
Hold on, wait a second. Did he just say where he's third? He's like, Hoodie is third total. All right, so here you have here, and Hoodie is clearly number 4.
And he's like, and when it comes to chain of command, I think he's third in chain of command total.
Third total.
So you have MrBeast, you have Tyler, you have Jackson the head writer, and then you have Hoodie. And
Hoodie, all right, so clearly third in command total, all right.
Hoodie was in charge of all these things. I actually had my vibe check call with Hoodie. I had my second call with Hoodie. I was in contact with Hoodie and Leslie, the coordinator, if you remember that, and everything was going through Hoodie. The guy's a great guy. He's a great guy. He took care of me. He really like gave me great information, great feedback. So as I'm going through this video, I want you guys to remember, I'm not attacking these people. I'm attacking the company, because whatever happens in the company is a reflection of MrBeast.
I'm still waiting to hear what the company actually did. We're halfway through the video. I don't know what they did yet.
It's not a reflection of the people who are doing the things like what they're doing. Your company is a reflection of what happens. It doesn't matter who does it. If your company is ran that way, it is a reflection of you. You gotta take responsibility here. So I do.
But responsibility for what? You didn't say anything yet. Wait! You know my problem with MrBeast? My problem with MrBeast is that tear gas was used a lot in certain revolutions in Asia. Yeah.
My pitch, and Hoodie says, you know what? I want you to go shadow some people for the rest of the day. I want you to go work with this team and see how you can contribute to them. So let's break down the positions in the MrBeast company. You have C1. C1 is the head person of that department.
Oh my God.
So if you're creative, you're C1. So creative, Studio 1, C1. So there's creative, Studio 2, there's a C1 for that. Okay. Creative, Studio 3, there's a C1 for that. Then ideation, Studio 1, C1. Ideation, Studio 2, same thing. They're just levels. They're just like the head honcho of that department. And then within that, you also have a C2 and a C3. I assume C2 is like the person who are in between. And I know C3 is like the bitch of the company. They just write notes. They don't do anything. They just write notes. Whatever is said, they take notes. They take minutes.
All right, okay.
They're like the grunts of that department.
Yeah, it's like Team Rocket. MrBeast is like Team Rocket. Like you see there's the Jesse and James at the very bottom. Above them is the admins. Okay. This isn't explaining the breakdown of what MrBeast's empire looks like. We're trying to figure out how he stole your shit. You titled your video, "I worked for MrBeast, he's a thief." What did he steal?
This new room that Hoodie told me to go to, and there was 3 positions. Well, there was 2 positions at the time. I don't know where the third one's at. There was only a C3 and then a C2. I mean, a C1. The C1's name was C. The C3, I mean, I talked to him for like 30 seconds. I don't know what his name was. And we were working on a video. We're working on a video called The World's Most Dangerous Obstacle Course.
Okay.
Now we are getting to the part where you finally can understand why I'm so mad.
All right,
so
let's go.
I got scammed.
I got
absolutely scammed by the biggest YouTuber in the entire world.
All right, okay, all right, whoa. Okay, let's do it. We're 14 minutes into the video.
This is where you're gonna find out why I was upset.
Okay.
Now it's gonna come full circle. I'm gonna have to tell you everything. We're working on the video, World's Most Dangerous Obstacle Course, and I want to show some videos and proof of what I did.
Yes.
From here on out, I'm gonna start speaking more theoretically so I don't get sued.
You said you didn't. He literally said he didn't sign an NDA. You don't need to speak more theoretically so you don't get sued.
So there may, or may not, have walls in this MrBeast studio where they're all...
Dude, but like... MrBeast may or may not have a harem of hookers by the side of his bed. He might or he might not. I'm not saying anything at this moment in time. I'm not saying anything. I'm also mentioning that prostitution is illegal in Carolina, where MrBeast is. But I'm not saying he has an army of hookers. I am just saying that he might. Okay, all right, okay.
Oh, dry erase marker where you can just write anything. So if you have an idea, you're like, oh crap, I don't want to forget it. Right on the wall. This is...
I love he's describing it like it's a fucking torture house. It's like they have whiteboards in the idea room.
This is a picture of my pitch that I wrote. So you see right here, you get really close. Bloodthirst. Let's see. Elevator. Let's even get close. Glass challenge right here. PT Hall.
Wait. Hold on.
My pitch there.
Okay, so ages 1 to 100, decided wins 250,000. This was not his video, right? The video he was supposed to work on was something else. Captain Bribe, Price is Right, God Mike, Blackout. Okay. What is the percentage likelihood of them voting?
I wrote. So you see right here, you get really...
But this wasn't the video he was working
close.
on, right?
Bloodthirst.
Okay, Bloodthirst. Oh, so he wrote this stuff in blue.
Let's see.
Elevator. Okay, so this is what he's showing. You got an elevator, and it has locks on the roof, and it has a glass floor, and the floor opens. That's the pitch. Okay, I was expecting the elevator to be like made of flesh or something, but yeah, that works.
Elevator. Let's even get close. Glass challenge right here.
He just drew the Squid Games thing. Dude, he's hiring you for ideas. Not like, oh, that thing in Squid Games that you already literally copied in a video, you should copy it again.
Here, PT hallway, sound familiar?
Yeah. Where are the floating, oh, these are the floating blocks with the things that they jump over? Again, not as, okay.
It's my prompt. So this is what I pitched to Hoodie. This is what I pitched to
Huge section just for Feastables, obviously.
Hoodie. And I didn't put my variations in there. I just put the ones that I wanted. Okay. And I verbally said my variations just in case they didn't like my original ones.
As the idea, you wrote down the dumb idea. And then you verbally said your variations. Okay.
This is the world's most dangerous obstacle course. So C1 has been working on this with me and the other guy, I don't know his name. And we're working on, like, as you can see, the intro, the hook, the money.
I built the most dangerous obstacle course of all time. If Matt can make it through the course and 7 more, they're even more dangerous. He'll have a chance to finally walk away with $800,000. Okay, all right. I do believe that he actually did work here. At least from what I'm seeing.
Mechanic. Right here, we're looking at, this is the most important part. It's just
American Ninja. It is literally what I said. That is his pitch. His pitch was the classic American Ninja jumping thing. Swinging axes, ropes, animals. This is crocs and sharks. What the fuck? Oh my god, bro, dude. Oh god, rope swinging, minefield. Again, these are just classic, you know, obstacle course shit, right?
rooms. When I saw rooms, when we were brainstorming rooms, I'm like, dang, okay, rooms. I just did a prompt on the world's dangerous trap rooms. This is perfect. I can do this. It doesn't exactly follow the obstacle course, so I can kind of use my room idea with this. I mean, if you look at these ideas, whatever, it doesn't matter. The one thing that I'm looking at the most
I feel like such a hater right now by the fact that I'm doing this and I'm making fun of his ideas. I'm not trying to make fun of his ideas. I'm just trying to understand the purpose of this dogpiling video, okay? Until there's something real here, I am not going to be on your side. You must win me over. Let me explain to you what Lord Nuxanor truly is. I am a being of chaos that thrives on the insanity around me. But you must win me over. I will not start on anyone's side. You are an enemy until proven an ally. Okay? Subscribe for more of that awful toxic mindset.
Is all the way at the bottom. It looked like it says Marlo, but it says Mario. Mario is my was my idea.
Mario was his idea.
I'm inspired by Mario because my kids love the Mario movie. They loved it so much they named my dog Mario. Hold on. Mario.
What? What is what am I watching right now?
This is Mario, my dog. Living proof that my kids named my dog Mario because they love the movie Mario.
What? That doesn't matter at all. What are you doing?
Much. So I was inspired by that. And I think I put that in my prompt as well.
Yeah.
If anyone's ever seen Mario, they have the floating blocks.
Right.
And I wanted to see how I can make a...
If anyone has seen Mario, he said. If anyone has seen Mario. Bro has never played Mario. He thinks Mario is a movie. God damn it.
An obstacle course with those floating blocks. I thought about it and I thought about it and I thought about it and I realized it's just impossible to make floating blocks in the air. I don't know how.
He was thinking about it and he's like, God damn it, gravity, my arch nemesis!
How you would do it. Logistically, it's just not gonna work, and physically, I don't think it would work either. So I came up with the idea with the trellis net, or I came up with the idea with the truss. Taking a look at this picture.
His idea was a net beneath it so that the contestants don't die if they fall. Great idea!
Right here. So this was my idea here. I wanted to make an obstacle course in the air, but like somehow incorporate it with the Mario idea. Somehow just, I don't know, somehow do that. This is a picture that I drew for this pitch for this idea.
Okay.
And
all right. Okay, with the swinging shit, the floating blocks, the jumping. I mean, he obviously did put thought into it. I know I'm memeing here, but he definitely did put thought into it. And if MrBeast does literally take this idea from him and not credit him or compensate him in any way, that is fucked up.
And I realized that, you know what, I couldn't do the floating blocks, so I wanted to make sure I can do it another way. So I had an idea of a truss with 4 cranes holding it up, and I wanted to be able to go across it. That was just the first section of it. Because if you look a little bit more to the right of this picture, there's like a helicopter and a guy hanging from a ladder, and there's platforms down here, 1, 2, and 3. There's platforms right there. That was just the first section of it. I wanted the intro of the video to be something so outlandish, so crazy that a viewer had to keep watching. I did still the no net at the bottom. I call it a net, or no, not no net, a net down there. That's why it says a net down there, because
I got the joke.
It's just a joke that we thought was funny. It was fun.
That is funny. But what's the point of that, bro? I mean, I get you're making a joke, but you're pitching an idea to MrBeast. He's not going to be calling a net in the video in the MrBeast video. They're not going to take a dedicated second to say, we're calling this net a net. A net the name, not a net, a net. Yeah.
Funny. But I did steal that from one of the other Mac videos. I just figured.
Oh, he stole that.
Why not? It makes it such much of a better video.
Calling the net a net is making it a better video? All right.
So I pitched this idea.
And he stole it from another Mac video. Okay.
And they absolutely loved it.
All right.
Absolutely loved it. The only person who didn't like it was C1 because it wasn't her idea. So
What? The person in charge didn't like it because his idea was way too good. All right, maybe. Again, I see no evidence. He said don't believe him if he doesn't have evidence. He literally said, do not believe me unless I show you evidence. I don't see evidence yet.
So when it came down to our meeting later that day, so we were there for hours and hours and hours. And like I said, there's a hierarchy. There's MrBeast, Tyler, Jackson, the head writer, and Hoodie. Well, Jackson comes down there and we're having a meeting at 9 o'clock at night. The meeting goes all the way to midnight. And then they say at the very end, we're gonna need all hands on deck on this. We're gonna need the help. We're gonna need the creativity. We need everyone to pull their weight. Does anyone have anything that's gonna help us, with this? And I told him my idea. I brought up every single thing, not only just this idea, but the rest of the video. They loved it. The budget was
maybe. I see no evidence to that. Maybe they hated it. I'm just saying. Maybe they hated it.
It was originally 1.7 million.
Wait, what?
They loved it. The budget was originally 1.7 million.
Goddamn.
That intro alone cost 1.7 million dollars.
Maybe that's why they didn't want to use it. Because the intro to your video was a $1.7 million intro when they wanted to spend $1.7 million on the entire video. Maybe that's why they didn't want to use it, because even according to you, it was way past the budget. They gave you a budget to work with.
Just the intro alone. And the reason why I didn't want to bring it up immediately was only because if the budget was 1.7 million and I'm here to prove myself, I can't start with going by over budget. Say, well, it would have worked, because who they're going to trust? You're going to trust someone who works there for months, weeks, years, or you're going to trust some guy like me.
Well, they're going to trust a good idea.
They just flew here a couple days ago. So
if you tell Mr. Beast a good idea, he will instantly know it's a good idea.
It was a little risky, but they loved it. We stayed to midnight. They freaking loved it. I got a pat in the back. Jackson was excited.
All right.
Hoodie was excited. The only person who wasn't excited was a C1 that I kind of stepped over, because like they say in the company, it don't matter if you're C1, C2, C3. C3 can be a C2. C2 can be a C1. C1 can be a C3 by tomorrow. All right, so at this...
This company, it's the Hunger Games in there. You go in there thinking you're in charge. You are the janitor the next day. Oh yeah, software engineer goes into work at MrBeast the next day cleaning toilets.
At this point, I've pitched my idea. They love it.
All
They've
right.
set a date. They set a location.
Okay.
And now they have a new renewed budget for this video. And everything's great. I'm so happy. I text all my friends. I call everyone. I'm like, yeah, dude. And also, so after all that, I'm feeling great. I got a verbal confirmation that I was good to go. Everything was perfect. I know about everything was literally
Verbal confirmation. Okay.
perfect until I got home. And that's when everything started to happen. Unfortunately, we have decided not to move forward with your candidacy at this time. We really appreciate you coming out and vibing with us. We would consider you for a role like this in the future, but timing isn't quite right. And the rest are about receipts. So,
please ensure you send receipts for any expenses you incurred to the trip. Yeah, very, very fine. Listen, no company has any obligation to hire anyone. So far, I don't see any wrongdoing on the MrBeast side. So far, okay? Again, he's still claiming that they stole his idea, so I'm waiting to see that. But thus far, it kind of looks like they gave him a trial for a job and they didn't take him. He claims that it went over well, everybody loved him, and they thought he was amazing. But
at first I was like, you know what? Maybe that's true. But then I started to think about it a little bit more. And I didn't want to let it bother me. So I
obviously did. You made this video right now.
said, hey Dylan, that's a bummer to hear, but I appreciate the opportunity. Maybe another time, like you said. Candidly, may I ask if I presented myself poorly or rubbed the crew wrongly in any way? Talking about here, because I know I did. Also, I sent my receipts, and I was this.
Wait, he knows he annoyed the person directly in charge of him, and he's surprised that he didn't get accepted?
Talk about my dog, because I had spit.
Why would you fly someone to your office for a vibe check? Well, I think there's a big difference between working with somebody at their own house when they submit information, or whether you're seeing if they actually work well with the team. Ultimately, you want people to work well with your team when you're working with them, especially in the MrBeast crew. They have a fucking community there for all of his employees to work well together. So you want him to work well together with the group. And if he does not work well together with the group, the person directly in charge of him didn't like him, and he admits that the person directly in charge of him didn't like him, then I guess it makes sense. A face-to-face interview for, coming up with the ideas for the biggest YouTube channel in the world does seem like it makes sense.
I spent like $400 for my dog to be boarded. Sent all that information. He said, hello, Ty. You did not rub anyone the wrong way or present yourself poorly. We're going through some reorganization with the team and are limited on roles we have open for teams. I appreciate you sending a receipt, blah, blah, blah. Whatever. This is where I started to say, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Why would they respond that way? They should have either said, we're looking for someone else at this time. You seem great, but we don't think that you are what we need for the team right now. But don't say that we're reorganizing the team and limited on roles we have open, because then you just flew someone in. They spent days of their life working with you, and you're giving them the excuse that, oh, we don't actually have space for you. That's yucky. That is gross. I don't know who sent this email, this Dylan guy, but this email is bad. Okay, all right. I would have a chip on my shoulder if I got this. I'm starting to see where Mr. Orr over here is saying, because that is bad.
Anything. I didn't say anything at all. Not a single word until I saw this on Twitter. Just uploaded the most insane video we've ever done.
Yeah, that's literally his pitch. Damn. That is literally his pitch. With the floating platforms and shit. I mean, again, it's not like his pitch was super original, okay? His pitch, not super duper original. Like, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, that's his fucking pitch, and they should have definitely compensated him.
Go watch. Take a look at this picture. Take a good, hard look at this picture. Does that remind you of anything you've seen so far? Does it remind you?
Well, I mean, just trying to be as fair as possible. It's not a one-to-one copy, okay? So this one, there were floating blocks that they had to jump from floating block to floating block. Here, there were the things swinging back and forth. Whereas in the MrBeast video, there were just floating blocks and the thing swinging back and forth. It's not a one-to-one copy, but it's a damn close inspiration for basically the same video. Again, at this point in time, there is no evidence that this idea was made by Ty. He said only trust with evidence. He just took a picture of a whiteboard. I don't know if this was made by Ty. I don't know if this was made at this time. I'm trying to just be as charitable as possible on all sides. But if it is true that this was his pitch, made at this time, at the MrBeast crew, and after he didn't get the job, they used his idea anyway, they should have absolutely compensated this guy.
Of anything you've seen remotely close to it? Or does it look like the exact same thing that I drew? The exact same thing that I pitched? Everything. Do you want to know how much I got paid for that? Zero. I didn't get paid a single dime. This man, this company, his employees not only took the time to exploit me, to have me work for them under the false pretenses of a job that wasn't, you know, that they weren't available or able to give at the time.
Yeah, that's definitely an L that they phrased it that they couldn't give the job. They should have said you're not right for the team. They should have just been upfront. They shouldn't have said, oh, well, actually, we're restructuring and we don't have a fucking time for it right now. Right?
Yet they had many people go in and out. On my second day, there was like a different group that I saw the day before, and then they were on their last day, and then on my last day, there was a group of people that was their first day. You're trying to tell me you didn't have any positions? You didn't have any positions at all? Yet you had.
See, I think that in their email, if I had to guess, in their email where they told him that he's not getting the job, they lied to him, and really they didn't like him. They did not like him, and instead of saying, we didn't like you, they came up with this bullshit about restructuring. That's my guess. That said, they still seemingly did use his idea. If that was true, that was his pitch, and they used it, then yeah, that's gross.
All those people, and not only did you do that, you use my idea. A lot of people will say, you know what, legally he had the right to do that. I don't know in what legal standpoint he could.
Absolutely, of course he had the legal right to do that. You literally offered him an idea. He never offered you pay for your job. Like, of course he legally had the right to do it.
Good. I could be wrong, but let's think about this though. We're talking about a billionaire. We're talking about the world's biggest.
He's not a billionaire.
YouTuber. How is that so hard to just compensate for someone for some work?
I agree. He should have. He absolutely should have compensated you. He treated you awfully by stealing your idea and not compensating you. Legally, he's completely in the right. Yeah, he told you to come by here. All right, but all right.
How hard is it to compensate someone for their ideas that made you millions and made me zero? I don't care if it was legally done or not. Like, think about it. We all have hearts here. We're all watching YouTube videos for the same exact reason. How messed up is that? You're a billionaire, dude. It's not like it's I'm some guy on the street, or you're some guy on the street. You're a billionaire, man.
Yeah, but we know that MrBeast. One of the big allegations against MrBeast is that he doesn't really compensate his employees well. It's that he'll give homeless people millions of dollars and then just not give money to his employees. So while I do think he probably treats his employees nice. Also, he didn't have to be nice. He's also not a billionaire. And This is a very generic idea. I definitely see both sides here as wrong, to be honest. I don't think that this video was framed the right way. I think it should have been like a 2-minute video saying, I flew into MrBeast's work. I was there for 3 days. I pitched this idea. They fired me. They didn't hire me. And then literally they stole my idea. That's the video, essentially. But claiming that he owes you something massive, it's definitely unethical. It's fucked up that MrBeast will just steal an idea like that and not compensate the person. But ultimately, this isn't the worst. This isn't the worst.
Pay people for their ideas. Don't just fly them out there, take their ideas, and send them home. You're giving these people false hope. You're taking their dreams from them. You're taking everything.
Okay, he's not taking your dreams from you, bro.
That's about them. Their creativeness, their fucking imagination. I'm sorry, I'm actually getting worked up right now. You can't do that to people. You can't do that to people. And on top of that, with everything going in the media, it just kind of shows his true colors. It shows the true nature, your character of who you are. This ain't it, man. This seriously is not it. This is just.
Yeah, I get being frustrated. But stealing people's ideas and dreams? That's a lot.
This is part 1 because I believe part 2.
Oh God, part 1. He's extending this to part 2. He had a 23-minute video that could have been a 3-minute video, and he's teasing a part 2.
Would shock you, and I don't want to get to the point where I have to do part 2, and I really have to expose a lot of things that might get me sued. So,
bro, what else do you have? Might get you sued.
Working on something right now. I know this may sound really crazy because, you know, I'm asking for money. And that's basically what I'm doing with MrBeast. I want him to pay me. He owes me this money.
That's what he's upset about? That MrBeast should give him money? Not exposing him for stealing people's dreams, but he wants MrBeast to give him money, and that's why he's making this exposed video?
He owes me this. He can't.
I think he does. Morally, I think he should have for sure paid this man. Absolutely. Paid him at least the fee of an employee for the 2 days that he was there. I think for sure that's what he should have done. Legally, I don't think he had to do it. And, yeah, stealing people's dreams and shit, all right.
Like, you can't just keep doing this to people. You can't do this. So I'm asking you guys, if you believe everything that I've said.
I don't believe everything that you said. As you said, I should only believe the stuff with receipts. And not everything you said had receipts.
Without a doubt in your mind, you're like, you know what? I like the proof. I like what I saw. I want to help this guy out. Please help me out. I'm going to start a GoFundMe. We work too hard to be stomped on by these guys.
He starts a GoFundMe, and then he does the, we work hard. We are stomped on by the elite. Big pharma controlling everything.
To be trampled by these people in power. And who's the one that benefits from it? Think about it. Who's benefiting from this?
Me. You know who benefits? I do. The man sitting on the sidelines, shitting on everyone that I can. If you are a Lord Nuxanor stan, you will know that I sit here and make fun of everyone. I have no allegiance to any of these people. And I will poop exactly where people eat.
Me or MrBeast? It ain't me. So please support your boy.
Can't believe you did a GoFundMe.
And let's just hope I don't have to do a part 2. I am, though.
Oh, and he's teasing a part 2. What? I truly apologize. Every penny's being refunded. I wanted to have it people... What? I wanted a way to have it people that rock with me, support me. It was a boneheaded move with no malicious intent. I deeply apologize. All I care about is getting my story. I never thought this video would be anything like this. I'm happy knowing someone new, even if it was 100 people. Remove the GoFundMe. He removed it. The GoFundMe had a goal of $1.7 million? Oh my god! Okay, well, yeah, I get why you removed it. That's rough. I get why you removed it. Yeah, all right, sure. Ultimately, my thoughts here are MrBeast, I think, does manipulate and take advantage of a lot of people. That's just my guess. I think he was wronged, and I don't want to say that he wasn't. But despite the fact that he was wronged, I did get this clout-chasey air about this video, and I think you could tell. This video has 2.3 million views, and he got 30,000 subs. Dogpack, when he had 2.3 million views, he had over 100,000 subs. Like, ultimately, I think MrBeast needs to start treating people better. And that needs to start ASAP, or more and more people are going to come out with stories like this that, in a vacuum, this story isn't so bad, but just add it on to all the infinite other stories of abuse and shit out there. It really paints a picture that MrBeast is willing to step on anyone for the sake of just being the best YouTuber of all time. So while this video is, in my humble opinion, not in a vacuum that damning, added onto the pile of people that MrBeast used like fleshlights and threw out, it definitely does paint a daunting picture. But anyway, that's been this video. Thank you all so much for being here. My opinion is, we subscribe for chaos. Bye-bye. If you made it to the end, click one of these 2 videos, which also will definitely get me canceled. See you live on Kick. Stay weird, fam.